you feel like you're living the dream, but you're living someone else's,
Yeah,
like you're
everybody's
living
telling you you're living the
it.
dream.
Yeah, everyone's telling
Yeah.
you that's what you built up for. That's what you were going for. And I gave up art for a lot of years to really like pursue that because I thought that's what, like, all right, yeah, you can't really make it as an artist. You can't really, and it's like, wait, no, I'm listening to too many other people. That was way the issue. Whereas from a young age, it was like people were telling me, oh, yeah, you can be a great GC leader. You're going to be the next Lance Armstrong. You're going to be, it's like, no, everyone should have just shut up and just told me to go have fun racing my bike. But yeah,
And
now I
again,
really see
you
that.
sort of gotta come to that yourself. It's if someone
Oh,
had told you, early on, maybe, hey, just go have fun racing your bike, you'd have in the back of your mind, like, am I leaving something on the table? Am I leaving something? But the fact that you kind of did that arc yourself, now I'm not leaving
totally.
anything on the table. I'm like living the dream now.
Yeah, I had a great conversation with a friend. He's a tattoo artist here in St. George. And I love riding with him because we love doing art and we love talking about art and bikes and life. And we were talking about that where what I said was, I have all these thoughts on what I did then, or what I maybe would do now, or it's like, oh man, had you known me then, you would have thought it's total square, or, just totally, but I want to be where I am now without, like you basically said, everything we did, you know, previously. And same thing, like a piece of art, like you'll be doing a piece and you'll just be going with it and going with the flow. And it's not ever perfect. People think like when you're making art, it's like, oh yeah, this stroke is perfect. This stroke, it's like you're just going with it. You're going with how
Hmm.
you feel. And all of a sudden you might slip up and create a mistake. And that's just part of the piece. The same thing with your life. Like it's just part of the piece. And then when you pull back and look at the piece at the end, it all ties together and creates this masterpiece. And again, for me, I just apply that to my life and think about that in the same scale as like, okay, I did this, you know that then helped me get here, and when you pull back farther, it's going to help create
Yeah.
something a lot larger. And
And that's
uh
kind of the beauty, is all those little like nicks and cuts and issues. And like, have you ever seen the movie Good Will Hunting?
oh yeah.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite movies. And there's a great thing where like Robin Williams is talking about his wife who like passed away. And he's like, oh, there's all these little issues or things that she did that you didn't like or whatever. But when she's gone, you realize like that's all the good stuff. Like
That's
all the
everything you
little,
miss.
yeah, everything you
Everything you
miss.
miss.
Yeah.
I say today, like the worst day, today for me, it like the worst day is by far my great would have been my greatest day 3 or 4, 5 years ago.
Wow. Yeah.
Like since meeting my wife, since really pursuing what I want to do, since being true and like pursuing art and doing what I want to do. And it's like, that's, yeah, it's funny. Like on my worst days, on those days you're like, you maybe did something stupid and your wife is upset with you, and you're like, that's still better. Like those days when you're like in arguments or you feel like crap, it's like I still have this beautiful daughter. I still have this amazing wife. Like life is good for me, even like if I'm thinking that day is terrible, and it's
That's
like then
awesome.
I look back farther and I'm like, oh my gosh, this would have been an extremely amazing day had I, like, let's say I was 18 and know like, oh man, you got this sexy wife, you got this amazing daughter, you got this awesome art studio, you're going to be racing for Santa Cruz. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah. Oh
like,
yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.